We are at Franklin Field here at the University of Pennsylvania. The USA is about to take on the Australia. Let's take a look now at the lineups for both these sides. And here is the American team that will take on the Kangaroos. The winger is Nate Smith. As we take a look at the Australian side, Laurie Daly, the Kangaroos will play a couple of players short on their bench.
They will, but they're no short of talent, Warren. The exciting Matty Bowen at fullback. On the wings, Luke Rooney and Matt Singh. In the centres, Matt Cooper, Brent Tate, the world's best player and Australian skipper in the 5/8 position, Darren Lockyer. He forms a great combination with Brett Kamali at halfback. Then we look at the forwards, the St George Illawarra lock forward, Sean Timmins, and the back row, Ben Kennedy, Nathan Hindmarsh. Up front, the Bulldogs connection of Mason Endo Mealy and Scott Hill out of position playing in the number 9 jersey.
That will be very interesting as we take a look at the bench for the Australians. A number of players after the Tri-Nations campaign being rested. It's Berrigan, Sivanasiva, Carroll, Ryan and Minicello who will play off the bench for the Australians here tonight at Franklin Field.
They need to be solid tonight. They need to move up. They not need to miss tackles. Whereas the Australians, I'm sure, would be looking to get the ball wide at every opportunity. It'll be a big test early on in this game for the US against the world champion Australians.
John Cartwright, of course, an assistant to Ricky Stewart at the Sydney Roosters, as Nate Smith goes under a tackle and he gets to within an inch of the line. He'll play it, the Americans.
And they could have scored when Nate Smith made a break, but it come down to Matty Peterson. He's been looking to this game, looking to try and impress. He's from Sydney, plays with the Parramatta club, going through the tackle of Mark O'Mealy, pushing out of Matty Bowen's tackle, putting the ball down. The USA first of international football.
You're exactly right. Nate Smith, who made the bust to get them in that field position to start with, is the kicker for the American side. A former kicker with the University of Louisville in Kentucky, a native Kentuckian himself, and the kick was a good one, and the Americans lead 6 points to 0.
That's a good story about this kid. He was one of the guns at Louisville University. Broke all the records of David Akers, the Philadelphia Eagles kicker.
Good place kicker.
Watched the game on TV and wanted to be more than a kicker. He wanted to run with the football. He's already made a break in this game. He is someone that I'm sure people will be looking out for.
Impressive so far in this game has been the winger Nate Smith, the kid.
10-team competition.
Kamali at first receiver, comes to Mason, who throws a cutout ball, intercepted by Nate Smith, and the Americans have possession again here through a scrum. There's the cutout ball again, attempted by Willie Mason, and Nate Smith is showing himself to be something of an athlete in his first ever year of rugby league. In the tackle count, as Hill gets the dummy half, a one-handed pickup, tries to put a ball on for Singh, taken by Nate Smith, and you can say goodbye because the man they call Seabiscuit wins the race to the finishing post.
Wow!
2 tries unanswered by the American Tomahawks. And if the Australians have taken the game lightly, that will change right now, and they are on their feet in the bleachers here at Franklin Field.
Well, it certainly would. They didn't learn from their mistake. Willie Mason went a long pass out to the winger of Nate Smith. He took the intercept, and then Scott Hill from the dummy half position, going down a short side, trying to put Matt Singh away. Nate Smith has been playing an up and in defence. He's come in between the player. He's received the football, plenty of speed. Second try of the night for the United States, and they are on fire.
As we take a look at it again, Nate Smith made a trip to Australia with the American Tomahawk side. There's nothing more than a fact-finding mission to take a look at rugby league at a higher level earlier this year and spend some time with the Parramatta Eels, and he might attract the attention of more NRL clubs on his display here in the opening quarter. No dramas with the artificial turf as he dived into the in-goal area, and here he is now trying to convert his own try to, believe it or not, make it 12 points to 0 to the Americans over the Australians.
We talked about this before, about equating to American football. This is like an NFL team going up against a high school team, and maybe a light Division III school.
And of course back home in Fox Sports Australia, a sweltering couple of days along the east coast of Australia, Laurie, and the action itself has been pretty hot if you're an American fan here at Franklin Field.
Well, it's been great. Nate Smith has come up with 2 interceptions tonight, this one leading to a try. First of all, Willie Mason done a short side play with a long ball trying to get on the outside of Smith. And then it was Scott Hill, once again, long ball. He's an exciting player. You mentioned the fact that he did go out to Australia on a fact-finding mission. He's keen to impress NRL judges and get an opportunity out there in Australia.
Before halftime and right before the second quarter ends, and that's where a momentum, whether it's American football or rugby especially, you need to continue with that momentum.
Spot on.
Here they are again, just 10 out from the line.
Didn't come off an Australian leg. Another but pick up. I was going to say room service bounce. There was no room service bounce there, baby. That was skill.
And once again, it was so important because the Americans were on their heels of momentum shifting easily against the mighty Aussies, and to come back and score is huge right now.
Nate Smith is back out there. He converted from right in front. And with just on 40 seconds left in this first half, it is 24-6 to the USA Tomahawks. They call him Seabiscuit. They saw his speed earlier this year, and they decided to name him after the famous American racehorse who was the subject of a hit movie in recent times. And